Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. So we talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm your host Jeffrey, and subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. We just passed 390 subs. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I hope I can continue to make great content you guys will enjoy in the future. Now, a big blockbuster trade has happened with the Chicago Bears trading their #1 pick to the Carolina Panthers in exchange for picks and DJ Moore. The Panthers gave up DJ Moore to get the first overall pick. I'm going to go over this trade and which team I think won this trade at the end of the day. Now, if you look at the Chicago Bears, they're a team that a lot of people were wondering if they were going to draft a quarterback this cycle and give up Justin Fields and move on from him and bring in a quarterback, but instead the Chicago Bears are showing that they're going to trust Justin Fields. They like the potential that they see in him as a runner and a thrower, and he has improved, but the Chicago Bears do need a lot of help, so they're trading the #1 pick to the Carolina Panthers for more draft assets and DJ Moore. And if you look at it from the Justin Fields perspective, then you could say that this is a pretty good trade for the Bears because DJ Moore is a really good receiver. If you look at his stats, he's had great seasons in the NFL. He's had several 1,000-yard seasons, and he is one of the better NFL wide receivers. But overall, he's not an elite receiver. He hasn't really shown to go through that next level to be one of the top 10 receivers in the league. But he is really solid, and he should definitely help out the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields, especially if Fields throws the ball to him more than the Panthers did at times when Carolina was having quarterback struggles. And also, beside getting DJ Moore, they got a first-round pick in this year's draft, the #9 pick that the Panthers had. They also got a second-round pick this year, and they got a first-round pick in 2024 and a second-round pick in 2025. So those are all good additions for the Chicago Bears. All those draft picks are going to help the Bears get assets for their team that they desperately need because they're a team that just does not have a lot of talent right now. Even though they're an NFL team and there's still talent on it, they're just way behind some of the other teams in the NFL, and they need to get help for Justin Fields. So maybe they can draft some offensive linemen or get some defensive players to be able to help out the Bears get some wins because they desperately need it. But looking at this draft from the Carolina Panthers decision, it's really interesting because they have Sam Darnold at quarterback. It just kind of goes to show that the Carolina Panthers do not trust Sam Darnold. He doesn't seem to be the quarterback of the future for the Panthers, and they wanted to get Derek Carr and trade for him, but they did not land him, and he went to the New Orleans Saints, and there's not a lot of other quarterbacks that the Panthers could possibly get. They could maybe go after Aaron Rodgers, but it's looking like he could go to the New York Jets, and plus Aaron Rodgers is not a long-term option because of his age. So the Carolina Panthers are in a weird spot where they have a pretty good team, but they just don't have a quarterback that's really going to help them win games right now and get to the NFL playoffs, something they haven't done since 2017. But having to trade away DJ Moore is tough because now if you're going to be able to draft a quarterback at the #1 spot, you're not going to have your top wide receiver to be able to be a top target for the new quarterback that you're going to get, so that's really tough. And you're losing all these draft assets, but still you did gain a lot of draft assets through the Christian McCaffrey trade, and the Carolina Panthers also have a lot of other good picks that they can still use in upcoming drafts, so it's not like their well is dry on that front. And they have a really solid team on defense, and on offense there's still a lot of players that have a lot of potential, even though they have traded away Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore. All is not lost from the Panthers if you look at it from that perspective, but for the Carolina Panthers, the only way that they're going to win this trade at the end of the day is that whoever they draft at quarterback ends up being a success, because if they're a bust, then this trade is not going to work out for the Carolina Panthers. They're going to lose DJ Moore and all those picks, and it ended up being a mistake because they drafted the wrong quarterback. Now, whether the Panthers should draft Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, now that's a video idea for the future. But looking at this trade right now prematurely as it just happened for the Carolina Panthers, whether this trade is going to be a success for them is whether the quarterback's a success, because if it's not, then the trade's going to obviously be a bust. But for the Chicago Bears, if DJ Moore ends up being a great target for Justin Fields, and Justin Fields keeps improving, and he's able to throw the ball to him, and they use some of these draft picks that they got from the Carolina Panthers to be able to have more success in the future, then this is a really good trade for the Chicago Bears. So really what this is going to come down to for both these teams, whether this draft trade is a success. If the Chicago Bears, in keeping Justin Fields, he improves and he starts playing at a high level and he improves as a passer, and the Chicago Bears start to improve as a team overall, because if Justin Fields does not improve and the Chicago Bears don't get any better, then the Chicago Bears would have lost this trade because they should have gotten a Bryce Young or a CJ Stroud instead. And it's the opposite for the Carolina Panthers, because trading away all that you had to trade to the Chicago Bears and DJ Moore and all the picks to get a quarterback, if the quarterback ends up being a bust, whether it's Bryce Young or CJ Stroud or some other quarterback, then this is a trade that's going to be lost on the Panthers. So looking at this trade right now, as it just happened, the Chicago Bears have probably won this trade in the short term because you got a good wide receiver to help out Justin Fields, and if Justin Fields improves, then that will definitely make that part of the draft trade a success. And then getting all those picks can really help out the Chicago Bears. You bring in more talent, which they desperately need to make their team much better in the the NFL. But for the Carolina Panthers, it's all going to come down to whether the quarterback they select is a really good quarterback for the future for the Panthers, to be able to pair up with the team that they have, to be able to take the Panthers to NFL playoffs. So in the long term, the Panthers could win this trade if the quarterback ends up being really good. So in the short term, I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears. They won this trade to help out Fields with DJ Moore in the picks. But in the long term, the Carolina Panthers, if they get a really good quarterback, that's the quarterback of the future for the Panthers, and potentially lead the Panthers to playoffs and Super Bowls like Cam Newton did back in the past, then the Carolina Panthers could win this trade in the long term. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below what you think about the Bears-Panthers trade and whether you think the Chicago Bears or the Carolina Panthers won this trade. Follow me on Twitter as well, and I will see you next time.